All right, let's talk comics. Hey, yeah. All right, just bear with me here. As I put this out on X. We'll see if anybody joins me. And let's see. Do 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 do. All right. I think we're good now. All right. So the name of this stream is what the hell was it? It was something about not measuring up. I put this together so fast I forgot. Yes, banned from associating with top talent because you don't measure up. So, yeah, I'll tell you what's been going on. So, there's this gal I follow on X who, like, all week it seems she's been posting these very like passive aggressive posts about fulfilling crowdfund campaigns. Which, hey, I'm all for fulfilling crowdfund campaigns because if your campaign is funded, that's what you should do, is fulfill it as quickly as possible. So she was taking jabs at Mandy, and she was taking some kind of jabs at Ethan and some other folks, and then today, let me share my screen here. Okay, share. Yeah, so it's this broad here, Miki Ariyama. No clue who she is. She posted, I must have posted some art or something. Shoto. Don't know what that is. Don't know what it is, but she does it apparently. So, anyways, she posted some pro Comics Geek stuff, so I followed her. So then she posts 3 hours ago, I don't pester Ethan Van Sciver about being late because his work is fantastic. Also, he stated that he draws slow, and most importantly, he wants to create the best work of his life, which requires time. And yes, goofing around is part of the process. Art needs adversity to strive. So then, as you can see here, I thought, oh, well, is this what this is all about? All of this passive aggressive malarkey she's been doing all week. And it's been like, well, shit, let me see if I can find it here. Okay, here's one. I didn't see this one today. I missed out on lots of crowdfunding books because I tend to purchase once they're printed. Some titles are never reprinted, which is wonderful for the collector's market, but it's terrible for general readership. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, and of course that's the decision of the creator to make that decision. I don't think it's a wise choice, but I'm not that creator. Come on. Here we go. What's this? More books on their way. Okay, so this was a post today, right? This whoever this person is, I don't know him. Shipped out, showing that he's shipping out books to backers, which is great. I love seeing those things, right? Oh, if you watch a live stream and the streamer tells you they love you, that's parasocial manipulation. I go to all kinds of stores, restaurants, venues, and spend lots of money, but they never tell me that they love me, even when I'm looking lovely. Okay, that's weird. Is this Soho? Sodo? I don't know. Oh, here we go. Matthew Fowler. We're in fulfillment, y'all. Yay, congratulations. That's awesome, Matthew. Great job. And I love seeing this stuff. Okay, this is getting crazy. I see boxes of comic books printed and headed off to the backers. It's almost as if Fowler Part 2, Phil Pops, and Zaid Ninja are in the comic book business. Oh my good gosh. Okay, all right. Ripaverse. Okay, so here's where Ripaverse launched May 2022. 20 plus books, toys, animation, statue, conventions, distribution wing, have worldwide distribution deal. Gymshock, issue number 1 on March 11th, 2022. People are still waiting on one book. Now, that is a bunch of bullshit. But, it's easy for me to say that because I don't know what's going on in Mandy's life. I don't know what's going on outside of her whole spiel, her whole thing she's doing with Gymshock and all that stuff. Okay. But yeah, that knee-jerk reaction is like, okay, this thing was funded in 2022 and it still hasn't been fulfilled completely because, to be fair, Mandy does post pictures periodically of books, she's sending out, right? So, let's keep going. Yeah. More books. It's magic. I tell you, magic. This motherfucker's like 6 years late. I mean, come on. Kelsey Shannon, the biggest deadbeat in comics. This motherfucker. Has she been critical of him at all? I don't know. I don't think so. So far, this is the best at the end of the day. It looks cool. Respect. Think about what you're trying to do. When good books arrive, the real comic people talk. Huh? Yeah, you do. Look at that. Back people who send books. Michael Bancroft. So here we go. Oh, Lordy. Instead of venting like a fifth grader, she should use this energy towards sending people what they paid for. As it suggests, she thinks long term because this kind of behavior lowers the value of her IP and ruins the names of people she works with. So there is some kind of beef here between these two broads. And here we go. Guess who's signing bagging? It's magic. Pure magic. Like, what? She ain't bad to look at. She's a pretty gal. I'll give her that. But it's just so weird. There seems to be this Queen of CG seems to be some kind of sticking point. It's a fairly common thread that I'm seeing here. More packages going out. It's magic, I say. Pure magic. So this has been going on. Here's more. Here's another one. Hey, it's magic, I say. Books going out. Look at it. proof copies are in. What is magic? What is this magical thing called fulfillment? So it's okay. You get the idea. Like this has been going on for a while, and I just was like, it was just getting weird, getting to the point where it was weird. So so she posts that thing there, and then I say, oh, is that what all of these posts have been about? Some kind of gotcha to Mandy and Ethan. Uh, because she's going on about fulfillment. And, is there anybody later than Ethan Van Sciver? Now, I'm a fan of Ethan. I backed Cyberfrog 1, Cyberfrog 2, the Cyberfrog action figures, Rainbow the Brute. Obviously, I've gotten everything except for Rainbow the Brute. I've been happy with everything I have. Am I frustrated or disappointed that I don't have Rainbow the Brute, 5 years or however many it's been later? Sure, I am. But I don't hate Ethan for it. I don't know what's going on in his personal life. I don't know what things he's coming up against that are, delaying his book. I'm confident I'm going to get it, so. So that's what I thought this was. This was all about that. And then she goes, this has nothing to do with her, even though she directly referenced her. But perhaps when she learns to hear to criticism, she'll improve. I've been a Shoto artist my entire life and had many ego deaths. I got no clue what any of the fuck that is. If you want to hang out with top level artists, you better learn to deal with the high exceptions that come with it. So, I read things at face value, right? So if you want to hang out with top level artists, and I'm like, hang out? What does that have to do with anything? She's around EVS, Dale Shane, John Graham, Gary Martin, Aaron Barron, Tucci, David Williams, Kelsey. I can't believe she mentions Kelsey in this fucking thing. Andy, T. Bear, Graves, and more. You better be able to hold your weight. These artists aren't playing games. It's not some joke. It's not some hobby. We're talking about people who put 30 plus years at the top of the industry. I take that very seriously, and I won't hold my tongue about it because of the names I mentioned represent some of the best in the world. And then she said, I hope this better explains my position. And so I replied, I was like, because here I'm getting hung up on the hang out with. Like, you're hanging out with these artists, so you better measure up to them. And that just doesn't make any sense to me. Which I say here, not really. Seems you have some personal beef with Mandy. It's just weird. I've backed a decent amount of projects recently, and all have been fulfilled. So, right. So there you go. She's making this case that like fulfillment is some rare thing that doesn't happen in crowdfunding often. That's the tone of her posts, right? And I like that has not been my experience at all. Everything I've backed, I've gotten, and some things I've gotten like 3 to 4 weeks after the campaign ended. It's actually been pretty impressive. So creators who have their project funded then disappear, never to be seen again, doesn't happen like your posts allude to. Out of all the books I've backed, I've only not received 2, Shinobi Sasquatch and Rainbow the Brute. Now, I know I'm never going to see that $25 from Shinobi Sasquatch ever. Those guys have just fucked off with the money. I don't know if it's the writer who ran off with it or the artist. I know the artist like flaked out at some point and stopped producing the art. So that is a big boondoggle. And Rainbow the Brute, which I've already spoken to. If anything, it sounds like Mandy's situation is a case of poor project management, but that's just an assumption. So again, I'm assuming based on what I've been able to glean, it's no judgment of her as a person. It just seems like if your campaign funded in 2022 and it hasn't been fully fulfilled in 2026, some management process, there's something went wrong somewhere. Now, again, I don't know what's happened in her personal life. I heard some rumors about some kind of health issue or something at some point. I don't know. That can really, lay you low for a while. I've had to have back surgery and stuff like that, and knee surgery. I know all that stuff. So again, I say it seems like it's a case of poor project management, but that's just an assumption. What's your skin in the game? Do you create? Do you crowdfund? Do you back creators? So her reply is, my beef is with low skill and talent levels. Okay, fair enough. Again, you want to hang around top level artists, and you better learn to deal with the high expectation and high bar that they set. Talent, skills, merit, work. There's no shortcuts when it comes to that. So again, she's saying if you're going to hang around these people, you have to have as high a level of talent. And this is where I'm getting like confused. Like this, you're not clearing this up for me. And that's why I say that's for the consumers to flush out. She doesn't draw. Is there a lack of skill in writing? I honestly don't know. I've not backed any of her books. That's no slight to Mandy. I just have not been interested. I haven't backed any of Shane Davis's books. I'm not interested in kaiju MMA. That's just not my thing. It's not what I'm into. So part of Comicsgate is meritocracy, yes, but it's also not gatekeeping people from producing content. It's obvious that people she hangs around enjoy her company. Hanging out with someone on a live stream doesn't mean they're the same caliber of creator. Maybe Shane likes being on Ballers because he has fun hanging out with Dale and Mandy. But by your logic, she shouldn't be allowed to hang out with him because she's less talented than he is what I meant to say. That is a bizarre take. And then she comes back, she says, you're talking about hanging out. That's a hobbyist mentality. I'm talking about creating the best art. I didn't say don't create, but again, if you're going to hang out with the names I mentioned, you better be top notch. Like, what? You're saying you're not talking about hanging out, but then you're saying if you're going to hang out with them, huh? I am confused. So I said, you're talking about hanging out. You literally just said it. Right. And then she said, I said hang around as in release art and do business, not hanging out, smoke, drink, and shoot the stuff. I'm pretty sure you knew what I meant. I had not one fucking clue what this broad meant other than what she said. So I said, I genuinely don't know what you meant. Maybe it's a language barrier. I don't know. So there was a lot of spelling errors, a lot of wrong words. So you got the scribbly, Asian writing there. So I'm thinking maybe there's a language barrier. I don't know. So maybe it's a language barrier. I don't know. I said, so is it that you take exception to someone like Dale, Shane, Ethan, or John Malin saying, check out this book. It looks great. And then you don't think it looks great. And so she comes back. Apparently she took exception to the language barrier thing. There's no language barrier. Perhaps your skill level isn't high enough to understand the context. I guess. If they tell me check out something, they've built up enough high quality credit and I would look into it. But if it's trash, they will hear from me. I hope this better explains my position. So now it seems like she's taking a shot at Ethan and Shane and Dale for saying, hey, everybody, go check out Mandy's book. And I don't know anything about Gymshock. I don't know who did the interior art. I think, didn't Dale do the cover? But the new one she's got coming out, or it's already out, I don't know. The new one she's got coming out, I think, is that Jack the Ripper. Or no, it's already released. Like the crowdfund already launched. The Jack the Ripper Monster Hunter thing. That's Peter. Oh, Jesus. What the shit? That's Peter Gilmore, man. Like, huh? So she shouldn't be allowed to employ someone like Peter Gilmore to do the interiors of her book? What the fuck is this broad on? Or am I just totally missing what she's saying here? So anyways, I said, hey, look, let's I want to do a live stream about this. I'll drop you the link. What did she say? Da, 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 da. Do I still have it here? Do. No, I don't see it on here. But she was like, "Yeah, not interested." That's it. Let's see. Is this it? I said, "Let's do a stream about this. I'll send you the link." Not interested. I don't know why. It's a good topic. So I don't know. I don't know, gang. This gal seems really weird. So, you all tell me, am I just am I missing the point here? Like am I just missing the point? I don't know. It just seems really strange to me. The whole thing, because I mean, it seemed pretty straightforward what she was saying. Like you're going to hang around, you're going to hang out with these top tier creators. Like you better be in the same league. Like why? So if they like the person that they've got on their show, and maybe the project they're doing isn't as high a caliber as theirs is, but they like it, I don't see what the problem is. I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to be the consumers, the backers, who decide whether or not they're going to back something. And I think that's more evident that now than ever. Because just because a campaign comes on Ethan Van Sciver's live, or if he shouts it out or what have you, it doesn't immediately take it to six figures, young lady. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. This is all very this is all very strange. Oh man. All right. So that was, I guess you could call this the gripe stream. Let's see if anybody wants to come on right now. I don't feel like messing with any of that. Anyways, so I get, yeah. So anyways, I don't know, like if I'm trying to think of, I mean, look, there's projects out there that, are Comicsgate, meaning that the creators they are aligned with Comicsgate. They declare themselves Comicsgate or what have you. And, the art is subpar. Maybe the writing is not that great. But, I mean, again, first off, you got to start somewhere. And you having the ability to start, I mean, that's a big thing. And, if something catches, Ethan, Shane, John, whoever, if someone catches one, if a project or something catches their eye, how is this person the, arbiter of who should and who should not be promoted or endorsed by anybody? I mean, what the fuck? Like, I don't get that shit at all. So I don't know. Maybe I have malaria. I don't know. What do you guys think? Leave your comments. Go ahead and comment, and I'll leave this post up, or I'll leave this live up for a good while. But I just I don't understand people like that. I don't understand people like that at all. And then to try to worm out of what she said and what she meant and this, that, and the other was truly bizarre. First off, these posts, all these "it's magic, fulfillment is magic" posts, like that was bizarre. And then I see this one that I'm like, okay, that now it's making sense. She's digging at some people specifically. And then boy, she got defensive. But maybe my replies came off aggressive. I didn't think so, but I don't know. You never know how someone's going to take the written word. It's like sarcasm. Sarcasm never comes off well in texts or emails or what have you. So, anyways, let's go and see. Man, I am not used to this on X. I'm used to it on my phone. Let's I'm going to share the screen again here. Here we go. This is her website, Tengoku. Okay, now is that her name, or maybe her band? Or maybe it's an album. Blends ethereal soundscapes with subtle Japanese influences while taking you on a serene ambient journey composed for relaxation. Okay. Let's see. Let's see art. She does art. Maybe she. What? $1,000 for what? Huh? No. Brushed 11 by 14 Tengoku Shodo art, signed and stamped. Miki Ariyama ambient CD, signed. Premium trading card, lipstick kissed and signed. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Wow. Get it the fuck off of my page. Is that okay? Well, she's confident. I'll give her that. Ooh-wee. I wasn't sharing the right screen. Damn it. Okay, Boomer. Let's remove and let's share. I still got somebody in here. Hey, say hi. Stop screen. Let's try this again. Share screen. All right. Here we go. This is what I was looking at. Can you see it? Let me see. Yeah. Tengoku blends ethereal soundscapes with subtle Japanese influences while taking you on a serene ambient journey composed for relaxation. Relax to the sounds of tubular bells. Composed and performed by Miki Ariyama. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 5 tracks by Art Project. So I thought there was going to be a whole bunch of art on here. So I hit Buy Art Project, and it's $1,000 for this. Brushed 11 by 14 Tengoku Shodo art, signed and stamped, and a trading card. Is this the trading card? Trading card, lipstick kissed and signed, and I'm guessing this is the CD, ambient CD signed. So this This thing and that for $1,000. Wow. You know what? You probably couldn't see it because I didn't share the right screen. Oh, fuck it. I don't care. All right. Yeah. It's that was weird. And that is all I'm going to say about that. Okay, so subject change. What do you think? I don't know. I think I'm looking better without the beard. But, anyways, I got. What did I pick up this week? The Hab #2. First Hab was decent. I got to tell you, I really am enjoying everything Bad Idea Comics is putting out. One of my new favorites for the year is a one shot they did called Oddballs Oddities. And man, that was fantastic. I like really weird stuff, so I'm not going to say totally, but I'm generally not into superhero stuff. You know, I loved The Dark Knight. You know, that kind of, you know, that was pretty cool. You know, in '86, reading that, but I think it was '86. Anyways, so I'm generally not into the superhero stuff. I like really bizarre things, and Oddballs Oddities. It wasn't just a clever title; it was bizarre. But I loved it, and the art was fantastic. It reminded me of Robert Crumb. It was very Crumb-like in the style, and I was here for it, man. I really enjoyed that one. What else? Of course, Planet Death. That was the first thing I read by that's come out by Bad Idea. I just loved that. I thought it was great. There was no pussyfooting around. They got right to it, got right into the thick of the fray. I'm really itching for issue 3 to come out. It was supposed to come out this month, but not looking like that's going to happen. What else? So Planet Death. Save Now. Excuse me. Save Now. What a cool concept that is. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's this guy who is part of a kind of Justice League type of thing. And his superpower is that he can go back in time, like a respawn in a video game, right? But, you know, however far back he goes, he can't jump back to where he started. He has to live that time all over again. So if say he's 30, he jumps back 10 years. He's 30 when he's jumped back, and then he has to, live that 10 years over again. So now when he was 30, now he's 40. Right. And I thought that was a really great concept for time travel. And so what would happen is he and his little band of heroes, whenever they came across some kind of, major villain or attack or something, to them, they win on the first try. But the guy tells them, like, no, we fought this guy. Like, it took 200 times of me resetting for us to finally get to the point where we defeat this guy. And so that's not, I didn't give anything away. I just, told you how his powers work. But man, what a great concept that was. And I've really enjoyed that book. Vault Comics has really put out some great stuff. The first one of theirs I tried was one called Excommunicated. I think they got the Catholic stuff kind of wrong, but whatever. But I thought it was good. I'm definitely going to pick up the next one. Then I saw one of theirs called Nectar, and that one really got me. It has the dancing plague, which on its own is a fascinating story. It's a true thing that happened. I want to say it was the early 1500s. This gal just starts dancing uncontrollably, can't stop, and then as people see see this happening, more and more people start, and it's reported like up to 400 people got caught up in this, dancing plague. And, there were people who died from exhaustion or what have you. So this book, it takes place in the 1800s, and it has to do with that. And then these butterflies that are kind of like vampires, but whew, man, what a good story. I'm definitely digging Nectar. There's three, I keep wanting to say episodes. I always refer to issues as episodes, but there's three issues out, and I can't recommend it enough. It's been fantastic. So, and then just to say this, the other story that's been my favorite this year is Horace H. Hoover by Fabrizio Aiello. He's on X if you want to follow him. I think he still has the book available. It is a beautiful story. I know it sounds like, especially when you see it, like it's a guy with a vacuum cleaner, a canister vacuum cleaner for a head. And I don't know. I ask him and he won't tell me. I'm like, is it a helmet? Is it his head? What's going on here? And what I love about it is nobody blinks. Nobody thinks twice seeing this guy walk around. And I think it takes place like maybe the 30s or something like that. But the dialogue is chef's kiss. The dialogue is fantastic. The way Fabrizio has written his dialogue is just superior. I learned some new vocabulary words, but it's great. And the art is fantastic. And, it's first thing I thought of when I saw that, I thought this is like something out of the Tick universe. Because of course, when I saw a Horace with his canister vacuum head, I thought instantly of Chairface Chippendale. I loved the Tick. The Tick is what inspired me to do my own comic book back in we did that 2003 called Some Big Lumberjack, and it was basically just a Tick ripoff. It was a big dumb guy with a smarter, smaller sidekick. But it's very much in that kind of, there's an irreverence to it, but it's also played straight, which I don't know, made it that much better. And then it's got a lot of heart. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Fabrizio Aiello. He's working on another book, and there's going to be an issue 5 of Horace Hoover. Not sure when he's releasing that or when he's going to crowdfund it, but it will be a crowdfund. And I can't wait. I can't wait. When I got this, the 4th one, I did the catch up. So I got all 4 copies on this last crowdfund he did. And like the last night of his campaign, he was something like $300 maybe away from his goal. And he went live, to close down the campaign. And he's like, man, guys, we're not going to make it. And it looks like we're not going to make it. And I got on there and I was like, no, it ain't over. Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? It ain't over now. So, me and a bunch of other folks that were following him just helped push. And he made it. And it was such a great feeling. And glad it made it, because that book is fantastic. What are some? I got Tom Tuttle's 7 Amens from Sundown. Good, man, really good book. I'm not typically a vampire fan, which is funny because I've written a vampire story. I'm typically not a vampire fan, but frankly, if the story's good, it just doesn't really matter if it's vampires or werewolves or whatever. But it was really well done. It started out, it was good. I kept going. But as the story progressed, I just was like, oh, this is getting better and better and better. And it ended with just a bam. It was a great ending. I did a review of it. It's up on my videos if you want to take a look at that, which I guess I just kind of did one in 2 minutes. But I got Fireborn. I took a chance on a superhero book here. Fireborn from Image. It was okay. The first one was okay. I went ahead and got the second issue, so I'll go through this one and see if it holds my interest. But that's about it. So I think that's gonna be it for the stream. I just wanted to get on here and talk about Miki Ariyama. Check her out on X. Maybe you dig what she's putting out there. That's fine. If you dig that Shodo, what was it? Shodo photo subject musician. So yeah, check it out. She's what is it? Yeah, it's her name, Miki Ariyama, Mikiariyama, just like it sounds. So that's it from me, folks. Thank you for the folks who watched the stream. It was it was fun, even though I was by myself. And we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is the creators table, and sitting with me is Gonz Paoli. That's it, Paoli, because I remember Paoli, Oklahoma. Gonz Paoli, and he's got it looks like it's manga-ish to me, but what really got me interested. He's got some really cool takes, and he talks a lot about creativity and things like that. So I was like, yeah, this is right in line with the creators table stuff. So that's going to be tomorrow. It's supposed to be at 7. I'm trying to see if I can get it pushed to 8. There's an event that my son needs me to go to with him. So family takes priority. So I either going to see if I can push it to 8 p.m. Central, or see if maybe we can do it earlier, like noon or something. But I'll post it on X. Thanks for watching, gang. I'm going to end it now.